Right. Hello, welcome to episode 91 of No Holds Barred Pod. That is Sal Dodgson.
And that is Don McGowan. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you've had a great weekend.
Hello. Yes.
It's been interesting, hasn't it?
Stuff's been happening, definitely, as usual, but we'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah.
It's very warm and muggy today. Is it warm and muggy up your way today?
It's warm and very overcast and looks like
Yeah.
it needs to rain heavily, but the weather guessers are saying no. But
Oh,
then
right.
they said yes, but then it didn't rain, and now they're saying no again because they guess. It's mental to me in 2026.
Maybe we should get Jim Dale on. Jim, I reckon I could get Jim on.
Oh, I'd love
chat.
that because I'd love to have it out. This is brilliant doing this, you know.
Well,
I
also,
get
'cause
to
he's-
quiz everybody I've always wanted to ask stuff about.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the point, isn't it? But Jim is really cool, isn't he? And I reckon we could get him on.
Yeah,
and
he's a good
talk about.
guy.
We could do a sort of climate change thing because he's well up on the climate change science.
That's
so
a great idea.
I'll drop him a message. Sorry, this is pod admin happening live as we speak on the pod. So hopefully we'll get Jim Dale of the weather. I can't remember his company now, but he's got his own weather meteorology.
He's a
company.
meteorologist, isn't he? Yeah.
He is indeed, and an expert in climate change. So yeah, oh, that'd be cool. Just a bit of admin before we crack on. I just wanted to say thanks loads for our new Patreon subscribers because we've got a few new joiners.
Have we?
So
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
hi,
Welcome, everybody.
welcome. I think we're building stuff. We're building something, and you're here at the ground level. So we really, really appreciate your support. That's awesome to have you here. Patreon.com/No Holds Barred Pod if you want to be part of the cool crew, the building cool crew. Yeah. Go on.
No, I've just remembered I meant to wear my new T-shirt and I forgot because it's just the new pod T-shirt with what's it put on it? Racism is stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, is it a bellwether for walking past people? It is incredible. You can tell who's a real gammon and who isn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the look.
Yeah. So baldy guys everywhere who are like socialists and stuff, get on it because they're brilliant. And you can tell. Yeah, you can just tell who is a racist and who isn't just from the people's reactions looking at
wearing
it.
that T-shirt. Yeah. So yeah, but that's available on our website on noholdsbarredpod.com if you want to go and check it out. We've got I'm sort of putting more bits on there as well, like episodes and stuff you can go and listen to and watch episodes through our website now as well if you fancy it. But the merch is there. Sal and I will be wearing our merch on Saturday at the National Rejoin March, so that's exciting. Someone's been added to this guest speakers list as well, which is quite a development since our last episode.
They have. I know. I threw. Well, you know, turns out, unbeknownst to me, a couple of people have backed out. So Peter was. I only asked him for 2 minutes, and he said you can have 4, and I went, what? Really? So I've got most of the meat and potatoes of it.
Good, cool.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because if I do a speech that takes me 4 minutes to read, no one can do any applauding, and that's not what I'm after. But that does tend to happen when people give speeches.
It does.
So I'm a bit like I've got 2:20 right now. I think maybe if I go for 3.5 and hope for the best, I don't know.
Yeah, 30-second encore.
No, I'm not. But people.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, you need that those sort of buffer zone kind of.
I've never properly done it before. This is my first proper attempt.
What about your one on the bus? That was
Well, I wasn't as well then.
No.
With my brain as I am now. To the point where I wrote a 12-minute speech because I'd never done it and I didn't know what I was doing.
Oof.
And then forgot to take it. And then had a panic attack. And then got told during a panic attack to use my anger. And Ian Byrne didn't know who he was talking to. And that's what happened. And I've got the record for swearing the most on a mic in the centre of Liverpool.
Did you? Excellent.
And I can't do that anymore because it's not how you do. I'm calm these days, and I can control my sweary pants mostly when I need to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it'll be fine. Look, if Maxine P can stand at the together thing and shake like a leaf while she's reading, it must be normal. So,
yeah,
fine.
totally.
If Tommy Robinson can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm looking at.
I think he has the benefit of the old Colombian marching powder, though, so it kind of sends him over the edge and doesn't really care. But
yeah, but that's because he's a little weak person. I'm a big, strong woman.
Yeah, very true. Absolutely. But yeah, it's completely normal. Every time I've spoken in public, you get a bit of kind of the nerves at first, but once you start, you'll be absolutely fine. So, and we'll all be there cheering you on. Yeah, it'd be great. Still haven't booked my
amazing.
Train. Shit, need to book my train. Do that after the pod.
Yeah. I'm basically wedging like disabled people into it.
Yeah. Well, why not? They're part of it.
You know,
we exist. Part of every argument. Exactly. So,
yeah. So mostly it's about that. Because the EU are rolling out a disability card to make life easier for people. Can you imagine? No. Over here, they're slashing benefits, the lowest benefits. So
yeah.
That's my in.
Well. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough, I would say. Cool. So, yeah, if you're down on at the march on Saturday, come and find us. We'll be wearing No Holds Barred pod T-shirts. We'll be the only ones wearing No Holds Barred pod T-shirts. Unless
Bob's going.
His. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his might have shipped. So, Bob, if you're listening, I got a notification to say they've been shipped. Because I know you're waiting on a couple of shirts. But, yeah.
Shouldn't the notification go to Bob's email?
I think it goes to both. I hope it does.
Okay.
Didn't? Oh, yeah. Okay. More pod admin. I'll check out the next door. Notification system as well.
We're only babies. It's teething problems.
That's true. Exactly. Right. Let's crack on. Enough waffling, I reckon. Where do you want to start?
Oh, you start, please. All I've done all day is talk.
Well, there was a bit of breaking news just before we came on. That a Russian warship has opened fire on a yacht in the English Channel.
Fuck off. What?
Yeah, it's all over the news.
I can't. Shut up.
No, seriously. What warning shots?
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, it was a warning shots across its bow. But proper, like, fire was not exchanged because the other thing was a yacht, but it kind of comes after, what was it, on Sunday when the Royal Marine Commandos boarded a Russian ghost ship and seized it in the Channel.
That was all a bit fucking suspicious, though, wasn't it? All the filming of that, though.
Well, they needed to show that they were doing something, didn't they? Because everyone's
How
been
did the cameraman get to go in before the actual people boarding the vessel? Exactly. Yeah. How did that happen?
It's all well prepared in advance by the commandos.
Call me suspicious.
Yeah, it'd be the Marines Media Commando, whatever. I don't know. Put you in first, then film us.
It's wrong. It is wrong.
What is seizing a tanker?
No, televising a fucking operation, a military operation. It is insane. Record it, but not to put on fucking YouTube and Twitter for evidence.
I know.
When you first board it. This is madness.
I think it started
it's psychotic.
Like a few years ago when Boris Johnson and Priti Patel were donning, like bulletproof vests and raiding houses.
It started with Osama bin Laden.
Oh yeah, the SEAL Team 6 thing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
And
probably.
It ramped up. And how far can we push the envelope this year? It's psychotic. They're living in their own fucking delusions, as we've just been talking about.
Yeah.
People having massive paranoid delusions and acting upon them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. But it's a bit of a kind of weird escalation from Russia.
But that is insane.
To send a warship through the Channel and then.
Is this anything to do with the court case?
No, I think it's because Starmer stole a Russian tanker. What's up?
No, I had a thought that I'd forgotten to write down, and I must mention it. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the BBC. A Russian warship fired warning shots near a UK-registered yacht in the English Channel on Tuesday morning. The Russian frigate, the Admiral Grigorovich, happened between the Isle of Wight and Normandy. Oh, my God. My son's in Normandy. He's literally on one of the D-Day landing beaches this afternoon. Holy shit. He's there on a school trip with. He's sending me pictures from one of the landing beaches this afternoon. Anyway, maybe he saw the altercation take place. But he said the Russian Defense Ministry said the yacht had been on a dangerous approach towards the warship, and its crew fired into its path with rifles. Wow. A couple in their 60s.
That's mad.
The BBC News said a couple in their 60s were on board the yacht at the time. I think that's Russian flexing their muscles, basically saying, don't fuck around.
Have we not got like a fighter jet we can put in the air to sink it or something? I don't know how these things work.
Oh, we've got nuclear submarines with the Trident system should be able to.
After that last practice went so well.
Yeah, so
no wonder they're bloody attacking us.
But as we spoke about last episode, like half of our warships are in the fucking garage. Most of them don't work properly. Some of them can only go about 100 meters off coast. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird and scary escalation. That I don't know why.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Oh my God, it isn't, Don.
Go on. What's your theory?
Who's just been in Russia?
Tommy Robinson.
And what's just happened in the government the last couple of days that we reported on the last podcast with the resignations?
What, John Healey and Al Carnes? No.
I'm not suggesting John Healey and Al Carnes are related in any way to Robinson.
Yeah.
What I am suggesting is that it's certainly a way to get the government to up their fucking defence budget, isn't it?
Defence spending.
Call me suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, that would be quite an extreme kind of, but you don't know.
We're living in extreme times of insanity.
Yeah,
nothing is off the table.
Yeah. Yeah, Keir Starmer's at the G7 right now, isn't he, with Trump and chatting away to Trump and Zelensky.
Handily out of the way.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, I'm calling bullshit on that. That's weird.
On what, the attack in the channel or not?
On a pair of pensioners getting attacked by a whole country.
It is odd.
Out of the blue. A couple of days after the defence minister's resigned because the Prime Minister won't put the money into the defence industry. Not just the UK, the defence industry want this money.
Yeah. Yeah. Possible, I guess. I just think it's more likely that Keir Starmer our government stole the whole tanker of their oil on Sunday. I think it's maybe more to do with that. But
it's not the first one, though, is it? Stole.
It's the first one they've done in the Channel. They've never intercepted a tanker.
What about the one
tanker.
up in Scotland?
Well, that was the Americans chased it. The UK were involved in that, but the British government haven't directly ever. I want to say hijacked, but you know what I mean.
That's what. Yeah, but they didn't do it after the one in Scotland. That was a joint operation. Why are they doing it? No, that's because
it was America. It was really American operation. They were the ones. It was the US Navy, and we did support that. But this is a direct UK commando thing for the first time ever. So, I don't know what it is, to be honest. We'll find out more. It's happened this afternoon. So,
it's all the timing is incredible.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? There is a lot of things.
Was there anything else on that?
Not on that. No. Carry on.
Because the thought I just had, going back to incredible timing, it hit me after we'd recorded the last ep. I think maybe I mentioned it on that. I don't know, but I'll mention it again because I think it is quite incredible that we've had a weekend of potential rioters in some major cities in the UK this weekend.
On Saturday.
Which has forced all the socialist counter-protesters to go and defend their cities. Had those unnecessary, pointless right-wing marches not taken place, half of those people would have been in London protesting the Israeli land sale of Palestinian land.
Oh, yeah, that was rough. That was rough, wasn't it?
Well, when we get to Laura back on, she sent me a video that haven't got a permission to share, so I won't. But the violence that was meted out to British Jews by the police was disgusting.
I saw a few bits on social media about it on Sunday, I think, and it was Sunday, wasn't it? Sunday afternoon.
And they did not handle it like they handled the right-wing protests either. When all the protests I've been to, they've got double walls of police in between us and what they call like a sanitised area, is it?
Cordon sanitaire, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, they call it, a sanitised area. In London, at this disgusting fair, the police were just there and there was no double wall. The police were there and the Israeli supporters were allowed to just come up into the counter-protesters' faces and do all sorts of disgusting business. It was abhorrent.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't...
just abhorrent.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, basically there was a sort of organised event to promote illegal real estate sales, wasn't it, in the West Bank in Israel? And obviously...
Palestinian land being sold under Israel.
Yeah, exactly. Sadiq Khan sort of came out and was very critical of it and said, obviously, this should never happen in London or anywhere in the country. But it went ahead, and as you say, there was quite a bit of trouble. Yeah, it was rough. Do you see?
But otherwise, there would have been thousands of lefties down there, massively outnumbering.
I see what you mean. Yeah, dragged away to other causes, unfortunately.
And it absolutely is two-tier because, as I say, they didn't even handle it like they handle our normal, like, left and right protests. They just let the Israeli really supporting people, Cryonists, right up. Like, it was awful. It was awful.
Did you see Gwyneth Paltrow's had a load of shit this week for that exact
She deserves it.
She's recorded a promotional advert for the very thing that is happening on Sunday with for sales of Israeli real estate in the West Bank. So it's just
a new goop candles smell of burning children.
Ugh.
Sorry, instead of her vagina. So.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no.
They repulse me.
Yeah. and
unfortunately, we are horribly occupied.
Yeah, and I'm more emboldened, I think, is the problem, isn't it? Like, after the whole, we'll talk about it.
But they will do. The government's on the...
we'll talk about it in a minute about the war, but Netanyahu's not giving up on this war, so, yeah.
I need to find where's my saved things?
Your what, sorry?
Because it'd be, here we go. Jodie article. Jodie McIntyre on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jodie. He's been digging again, bless his cotton socks.
Is he off X? I don't see him on X anymore at all. Has he come off X?
Yeah. Well, he's what I'm about to read to you is screenshot from X onto Instagram. Okay. So this is Jodie McIntyre on Andy Burnham, and none of it's good. And I know you can top it off at the end.
Yeah.
So he says, this man is desperate to get the keys to number 10, but did you know about the secret connection between Andy Burnham and the weapons company complicit in airstrikes in Gaza? This is the scandal Burnham does not want voters to know about. Burnham's last Labour leadership campaign was funded by Howard Borrington, then a director at arms firm MBDA. In the Fahmy al-Jawaji school attack of May 2025, the Israeli military dropped GBU-39 bombs fitted with MBDA Inc. folded wings. 18 children were killed. According to a 2025 investigation, MBDA sold key components for bombs that have been shipped in their thousands to Israel. The MBDA wings were designed to unfold mid-air and guide GBU-39 bombs to their target. Those targets included schools, tents, and family homes. One of the survivors of the Fahmy al-Jawaji school attack was 5-year-old Hanin al-Wadi. As she stumbled through the fire tent that engulfed the school on May the 26th, 2025, Hanin suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns. GBU-39 fragments and MBDA Inc. wings were found at the site. That's a photo we all remember of the child walking through fire.
Yeah.
Before his time at MBDA, Andy Burnham funder Howard Borrington worked at BAE Systems. BAE has long supplied components and systems to the Israeli military, including F-35 jets. Weapons are often gifted through the US government's foreign military financing program. BAE Systems collaborated with Israel state-owned manufacturers Rafael to upgrade their Mk-38 Typhoon gun system. The Typhoon is a remote-controlled naval weapon used to enforce the illegal siege of Gaza. The UK subsidiary of Rafael owns an arms factory in Newcastle. Pearson Engineering is the UK subsidiary of Rafael, a weapons firm owned by the Israeli government. Their director is John Hutton, a Labour Party peer. The Israeli military used a Rafael Spike missile to obliterate 3 British citizens working for the World Central Kitchen. In 2021, BAE Systems sold their Jerusalem-based subsidiary Rockart to an Israeli arms dealer, Elbit Systems. Rockart routinely arms the Israeli military. BAE also have a long history of providing head-up display systems for target selection in Israeli F-16 fighter jets. Andy Burnham's 2015 campaign also received £35,000 from David Garrard, a former director of Labour Friends of Israel, who passed away last year. Burnham's links to LFI may have impacted his decision this month to refuse to recognise the genocide in Gaza. When Andy Burnham served as Labour government minister, his most senior special advisor was Jennifer Gerber. According to Companies House, Gerber now serves as a director of Labour Friends of Israel. Until today, LFI refuses to reveal its donors. Another current director of Labour Friends of Israel is former MP Louise Ellman. After university, Ellman reportedly spent 1 year in Israel learning Hebrew. Ellman appeared at the 2020 JLM conference where Peter Mandelson spoke at an event entitled Bedtime Horror Stories. In total, Burnham's last leadership campaign received over £130,000 in private donations. Another of his funders was Michael Sternberg, who has financed Labour's Minister for Courts, Sarah Sackman. Sackman previously worked as a judicial clerk at the Israeli Supreme Court. This will be Andy Burnham's third bid for the Labour Party top job. In 2015, his leadership campaign was supported by Dan Jarvis, another fellow Labour Friends of Israel supporter. Last week, Starmer promoted Jarvis to Defence Minister. So go back to earlier, really. Go back to what I just said before I even started talking about this.
I think
it's terrible.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean,
it is by association, but it is an association, and many of them.
I think if you looked at any high-level MP, you could probably make every single one of those links. Labour, Conservative, Reform, because they're all part of it, aren't they? And they all take money from the wrong people, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm not.
But it's disgusting, and we're occupied.
Of course, I'm not sticking up for Burnham, but I just think it's difficult to separate anyone from that kind of melting pot of MPs at the moment, isn't it? I just think they're all.
Haven't you got an update on Burnham, Don? Just to shoot yourself in the foot.
So I just saw it this afternoon. So no, I'm not standing up for Burnham.
I'm teasing.
He's totally gone the wrong way about this. Well, he's basically fallen into the chasing reform trap that Starmer's been up to. So, but basically, he said Andy Burnham pledges to expand immigration detention centre use. This was on the 9th of June, actually, last week. So, from Novara Media. Andy Burnham has said Britain needs to make more use of immigration detention centres, and he agrees with Reform leader Nigel Farage that the country needs to get back a sense of order. So, there you go. Burnham, the problem is, right, Andy Burnham's going to win on Thursday or Friday, whatever. We're pretty certain of that now, I think. He's going to end up in Westminster. Everyone in his team is sort of letting it be known that he's not going to trigger a leadership contest immediately.
No, he's going to let Wes Streeting do it, love.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think Andy Burnham will win a leadership contest. I'm going to predict this now. I think Keir Starmer will beat him.
Not if he's saying all the same shit he's already doing. What's the point?
I don't
replace the Ayatollah with another Ayatollah. Fuck
This is going to lead me into what I wrote this morning, but I don't think Keir Starmer. Well, no, I know Keir Starmer isn't as unpopular as we're being told he is, especially within the.
He is with me. Personally.
Yeah, no, he is with lots of people, but I think he could have a chance at beating Burnham, and I think this will all be a waste of time.
what I'll say to you is that there is a depressing amount of people in this country who don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
about
absolutely.
genocide, about disabled people, about homeless people. They don't give a fuck.
No.
I wish it was otherwise.
Targeting, isn't it? He's going for them because they can be told quick headlines, but even they'll make everything better.
You know, I know loads of people in the Labour Party, and I had a conversation today explaining to people that the socialists in the Labour Party are absolutely, I'm sure, repulsed. But if they don't stay there, Labour Party become Reform Mark II. They've got to stay in there to try and keep some sort of order while these neoliberal insaniacs accept this status quo. No. No. And sorry, I don't know where I was going with that.
It's all right. It's fine.
I'm a bit frazzled.
Burnham's now refused to call it a genocide in Palestine. He's said that he's going to increase the detention centre usage. And what was the other thing we said the other week? He said, I can't even remember now. It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, I mean, he's basically chucking out all the sound bites that he needs to try and what he thinks, I guess, get the right of the party, because that's what Shabana Mahmood's done. And
unless. See, I'm probably thinking at what's it now. I can't no words. I'm scratching a bit, but you know, there is the possibility that he's done a deal with Starmer whereby they're letting Wes have his little 5 minutes of a kick-off, and he just wants to become an MP, but not for now, for the next general.
Possible. I also
and by which time he can then change his. No, this is me hoping shit. It's not going to happen. Sorry.
No. I saw someone else mention something along those lines a couple of days ago, saying that potentially Starmer would make an excellent foreign secretary under an Andy Burnham prime ministership. Because Starmer's brilliant on the world stage, whether you like him or not. He's very, very good, and he's very comfortable with all the world leaders. You know, you see it at the G7.
So is that Polanski? And he manages to do it without being a genocidal eugenicist twat.
Yeah, but he's not. He's outside the tent at the moment. Unfortunately, we have to play.
He's outside the tent, holding hands with Mandami.
Yeah, but we got to play with the cards we've got, and Starmer is there. We have to accept it, and I still. I mean, if it does come down to a 2-horse race between Starmer and Burnham, I think it'll be an awful lot closer than what people are predicting anyway.
I wouldn't care, because they seem to be the same thing at the minute.
Well, that's kind of what's playing out with this by-election, doesn't it? Like Andy Burnham, you when he was announced, we were like both hopeful that he would sort of be a bit more on the left. You know, the whole Hillsborough thing as well, all that stuff. But he's just turned into exactly the same kind of 2026 Labour Party cabinet member mould, doesn't he? He's just fitted right into that.
It explains why nobody's talking about Hillsborough, because he's clearly just going to let it go through with the carve-outs, isn't he? If he's fallen in line with literally everything else.
Well,
I'd love to be a fly on the wall when he sits down with the Hillsborough families. That much I can tell you.
Yeah, they will not be happy with him at all, would they? Let's see how that plays out. But it kind of. Yesterday we found out that the two Ukrainian man Roman Lavrinovich, they were found guilty of conspiracy to commit arson. One was acquitted and 2 were found guilty. And this was against a former property belonging to Keir Starmer and a vehicle belonging to Keir Starmer. And the BBC reported it this morning as, let me just find it. The Russians, I just want to find the exact, here it is. Russia was behind arson attacks targeting the Prime Minister, the BBC reveals. So, you know, it got me to thinking, this was yesterday that came out, like, take your feelings for Keir Starmer out of this equation. He's our Prime Minister. He's our head of state. He was effectively the subject of a state-sponsored assassination attempt by Russia. It didn't even make the headlines at 7 a.m. this morning. It was. He was.
When Russia want to kill people, Don.
No, but they did it behind the scenes and they did it in the back door, you know, with these 2 these 3 Ukrainians who are totally inept, as it turns out. I mean, if take Starmer out and replace him with Boris Johnson 5 years ago, the media would have been talking about nothing else. It would have been everywhere. Russia tries to assassinate Boris. Oh, poor Boris, this. Oh, that's how it would have been portrayed.
Wouldn't have happened to Boris. Boris is too up to his neck in Russia.
But hypothetically.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But I'm more coming at the media. Yeah, exactly. So, they're so fixated on tearing him down and pushing Nigel Farage up that wasn't even a headline this morning. It wasn't even part of the news. Wasn't the first story. It wasn't part of the news at all this morning on the radio, on LBC. And it's been kind of pushed down for the social media ban, and everybody's talking about that instead. And I feel like it's an awful big story that isn't getting coverage that it should do because of this anti-Starmer kind of... and it's not anti-Labour, it's fully anti-Starmer. Everyone fucking hates Starmer. And they desperately want him out. And it's just odd. It's just an odd...
When were these arson attacks?
I'll tell you if you bear with me.
Were they before or after he became PM?
Oh, no, they were after.
Right, so...
last May.
My read on that is that MI5 and MI6 are dog shit.
Yeah, that's probably true, but that's... Yeah.
And that'll be why they don't want it in the press, because look how close people can get to our Prime Minister.
Yeah. Someone did say that this morning. I heard
they can't get that close to Nigel Farage because they're all stood on the gate asking for ID, obviously.
Yeah.
Where's the security services?
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels... It's a bit Starmer positive, that story, because he's been subjected to an attack. Well, it is, isn't it? Because not positive in the sense that he's been under attack, but it should be, the public's reaction should be, oh shit, someone's tried to kill our Prime Minister. That's really, if you take Starmer out, take his name out and just use Prime Minister, that should be the story. No, but that's huge. Trump wasn't assassinated, but he's had global headlines about 1 billion times because someone scratched his ear.
But they haven't released it as an assassination attempt, have they? They've released it as an arson attempt. Or arson.
Arson attacks targeting the Prime Minister, the BBC reveals. That was the headline.
Right, so why are they not reporting it as an assassination? Why are they not reporting it as such?
Don't know. Because they don't want it to be spread as much. Because if it was
they don't want people to have empathy for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. It would be too Starmer positive. That's exactly my whole point. So they're not promoting that at all. So that's what I'm saying. It's been missed out the news. It should be fucking global headlines.
It's not news. It's all propaganda because what it reports on is what the money tells them to report on. And who's in charge of that? Who could possibly change that landscape, Don?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to square one again.
I know, but I feel
mental.
I feel a bit like if this wasn't Starmer, people would be like fucking mad about it. If this wasn't Keir Starmer, you'd be the same. You'd be like, really, like, this is a huge story because you don't like Starmer. I'm not a big fan of his. I think anybody that hates Starmer is going, yeah, oh well, what a shame. But it's a fucking massive story. Literally, the Prime Minister was attacked by Russia. It's huge. It should be.
The thing is, if it happened to anybody else doesn't have the power to put in media regulation that prick does, and he's still not doing it.
It's not media regulation that, well, yeah, I mean, it is, but that you can't... I don't know.
We need our press to start reporting the fucking truth, not what their sponsors tell them to print.
But if they'd said this morning...
I'd be happy for us to never do a podcast again if they started having to tell the truth.
But if you saw the headlines today, you personally saw the headlines today, Starmer subject of assassination attempt, you'd still be like, yeah, whatever, it's Starmer, you don't like him. Same with lots of other people, right? Because that's the story. That is the story.
I don't think I would.
No?
Yeah, well, you say that. That's the story. Again, because of the propaganda, all I've been seeing for 18 months is Keir Starmer in the arson thing with Rent Boys.
Yeah, because Russia put that out. That was a Russian disinformation, yeah.
Fine, but...
Keir Starmer's got nothing to do with Rent Boys.
Because the press isn't regulated and forced to be honest and tell the truth, because he hasn't made them, that's what they can do.
Well, I mean,
which makes me sitting and...
That was only ever reported on fucking GB News and shit like that. Like, the mainstream media didn't put that Rent Boy shit out. That was all over social media. That was proper online disinformation.
Well, I'm just flicking through Twitter, and because I'm not that arsed, I haven't paid a huge amount of attention. But when it's a story about, like, 3 dickheads, like, trying to, like, scare Keir Starmer, who was the Prime Minister, I'm like, he's got security. We've got MI5 and MI6. Why do I need to give a shit?
That's what I mean. But that's, you and most of the country are in that demographic, whereas I think it should be much bigger. It's a bigger story than it's being given credit for.
I don't disagree, but all I'm saying is the very people who are supposed to make it sensationalist are doing the very opposite.
Yeah, no, that's exactly my point of what I wrote.
It's batshit.
But I don't think even with press regulation, he could change that. He couldn't change that tomorrow if he regulated the press, because they would still negatively report it. They wouldn't, or just not report anything. You know, they wouldn't, because they hate Starmer so much, they wouldn't lie about him like they do now, but they would just stop talking about it. So it would just never get reported, I think. But I don't know. I think he's in a bit of a catch-22 with that. But it's a difficult one. I don't know. I just think it's a huge story that is going underreported. They did start talking about it throughout the day on various channels, but it just seems like it's been very much pushed to the bottom instead of like the fucking social media ban or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Strange times we live in. So, but yeah, I wrote a thing on Twitter about, I wrote, you know, a little mini thing this morning. But you know, the other fact that I got was an insane level of Russian bot attacks from writing that post this morning, like real serious Russian shit, which I do get sometimes. But blue tick Russian troll accounts have gone absolutely fucking mental on that thing that I wrote this morning. So, I mean, you can see where they've come from a mile off. All their accounts are anonymous account created in Europe via VPN on Twitter, as you can
2 months
tell
ago.
These things. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, yeah, that's that. I think
I've got a little. I actually went to my bookmarks to do the work for today, and I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes I go, "Oh my god, that happened," and then I forget to go in my bookmarks.
Yeah, totally.
So I added this to my bookmarks because I just found it absolutely. I say baffling. It's not shocking, but Ali Fogg put it out.
Oh yeah.
It's just a short piece from a newspaper somewhere. Brighton woman acquitted on charge of persistent emails to cause annoyance to Prime Minister, Foreign Minister and local MP about Israel's conduct in Gaza. A Brighton woman, CK, was charged with a single offence under Section 127.2 C and 3 of the Communications Act 2003 for emails she sent on the 10th and 11th of June 2025 to senior politicians. The charge concerned emails sent by CK to the Prime Minister, Foreign Minister and her local MP, Peter Kyle, expressing concerns about the conflict in Gaza. By the 17th of June 2025, the Office of Peter Kyle MP had alerted the police in Brighton about the above emails, triggering the arrest and detention of CK at 04:33 a.m. A skeleton argument was filed on behalf of CK, denying that the emails were persistent over 2 days, or that their purpose was to cause annoyance, and that her communications were protected by her rights under Article 10, Section Point 1 of Schedule 1 of the Human Rights Act 1998. On 15th of June 2026, the date of the trial, the prosecution applied to amend the charge to include additional emails between the 12th and the 16th of June 2025. On submissions on behalf of KC, the Chief Magistrate refused the prosecution application and further application to adjourn. The prosecution offered no evidence. The case against CK was dismissed. What a waste of fucking money.
Yeah, it is. God.
It's despicable. It's absolutely despicable.
We're
occupied?
Yeah. Talking of which, Liz Kendall was on the media this morning. Did you see anything of her?
saw one and chose not to watch because I hate it.
She's pissed off with Ofcom. She said Ofcom needs to up their game.
Nice of her to catch up. She come off a time delay, has she? The evil witch.
I know, bit late, but yeah, it was in reference to the social media ban. Basically, she's like, because they've announced this massive thing, which we're not going to bother about really, because it's a bit nothingy at the moment. But they Ofcom regulate literally fucking everything on the internet, and as well as a million other things with 1,500 people, so they can't manage it. So she said, they need to up their game for the social media ban. But I mean, Ofcom.
Who got the job? Do we know?
Oh yeah, there is a new.
Because Grade left, didn't he?
He did.
And it can't be that terrible crying-ish woman, because we'd have heard all about it.
Dame Melanie Dawes.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look her up.
Yeah, is the new CEO.
Sounds like something off the Two Ronnies.
Yeah.
Melanie Dawes.
A British economist and administrator. She was the
DAW or yeah.
Oh no,
DAW,
sorry, no. Hang on. This was in 2020. She was appointed the chief exec of Ofcom.
Oh, that's not right then.
Oh, the new chair we're looking at.
Yeah.
Oh, so Ian Cheshire. That's who it is. Oh yeah, Melanie Dawes has been there for a while. So Ian Cheshire.
Get them in my communications list.
But Melanie Dawes is still the CEO. Yeah, I was reading something on social media on X this morning, and it's I need to verify it properly, but it does look to be pretty well sourced from multiple people. But it basically talking about Peter Thiel's private society of bastards called Dialogue, which he's had for a number of years, I think 2023, and it's basically they call it like a Bilderberg group, basically an alternative to the Bilderbergs. So it's sometimes compared to the Bilderberg and the World Economic Forum. It was founded by Peter Thiel and Orrin Hoffman. Low public profile, described as a closed-door meeting that brings together executives, elected officials, and academics. The organisation has been criticised for elitism and promoting conspiratorial speculation, given its invite-only format.
So they're basically the Masons.
Yeah, I'll read out some of the members because this is what's been leaked today. And some you'll know, some I knew, lots I didn't. Let me pick out a few interesting ones. The president of Microsoft, Sarah Bond. Loads of Saudi financiers. OpenAI chairman, Rachel Brand, chief legal officer in Walmart. So it's basically loads of big sort of tech guys, CEOs, that sort of thing. And this leak is, I think, how many people were leaked today? I'm not sure, about 120 or so. But right at the very bottom, it says, Peter Thiel, of course, Siobhan Zilis, director of Neuralink, Elon Musk's baby mama, who is that Siobhan Zilis? Maybe. But the one that stands out to me is Tom Tugendhat, MP, Member of Parliament.
77th Brigade, Tom Tugendhat, yeah.
Interesting. So I need to go through the list a bit more in detail.
He's a top mass murdering psychopath, him.
But Tom Tugendhat's part of Peter Thiel's cabal of kind of bastards in the background. I thought that was very interesting. So I'm going to do some digging on that and find out a bit more for the next episode. Yeah.
I mean, I would never have guessed, but hang on, I've just got to go all the way down through 4,000. Oh, there we go.
There doesn't appear to be any other British people on it apart from him. So that's the weird bit.
Well, as soon as I'm having a reading day, I'm going to, any moment now, read out my favourite quote from Jim Stewardson.
Yeah.
Which is just coming up any minute. There we go. Right. Why that doesn't surprise me. Underregulated capitalism has allowed a strain of raging psychopathy to take control of key sectors of our way of life, including business and politics. At the root of this dynamic is the fact that our system rewards people who don't care about others because they have an array of options that people with empathy don't have. It's hard to be competitive when your competition is willing to do shit you would never be willing to do. See Tom Tugendhat. So the people who are willing usually win. This applies equally to business and politics. In this way, we source all the high-functioning sociopaths and psychopaths to the top of the pyramid and reward them lavishly for it. And once they get there, these people want to surround themselves with people who also have no interest in empathy either. So they replace anyone who won't behave like a sociopath with someone who will.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's where we are and why we are.
Yeah, Tom Tugendhat also.
I mean, yeah, he's a surprise mentioning that he's on his own, but
he speaks Arabic and did a tour of Iraq as an Arabic-speaking intelligence officer. So he is definitely part of the security services.
He was running the 77th Battalion for I don't know how long.
Is that is that true?
The dark.
I don't know.
They're the people who do like the.
They're based down the road. I know where they are. Yeah.
The psychological fuckery.
Yeah.
But no, but they do a lot of
manipulation.
They've done a lot of work with the DWP, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah, I read about them. I looked into them, and this is not very much you can find out about them. They're very secretive. But
funny that, isn't it?
But there's a RAF based in RAF Cologne, which is not far from here in Wiltshire, and then they 77th is registered as part of the cybersecurity division there.
We've got an office in Downing Street.
Have they? Yeah, it is a real thing, definitely. But they're very, as you say, kind of
disgusting,
shady.
Yeah, proper.
So
all I've got left is the loss of appeal for the Palestine Action prescription.
Yeah.
Can I play what's her name? Lady Chief Justice Baroness Carr. See if you can find any problems with the words she's saying here.
It is nonetheless a fundamental mistake to overlook the fact that Palestine Action overtly promotes unlawful violence amounting to terrorism. It is not, as it claims, a direct action civil disobedience protest group like the suffragettes operating transparently in the open. It is a covert organisation operating with secret cells to avoid the detection and prosecution of those using violence to destroy the property of third parties. It is nonetheless a fundamental...
Yeah. Wow.
So, Peter Hain points out that the government would have called him a terrorist for participating in the anti-apartheid protests in the 70s.
Yeah.
Quoting the suffragettes is mind-boggling.
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it?
Saul Staniforth had tweeted this. The suffragettes burned down country houses and train stations, bombed churches, and sent letter bombs to politicians, and people did die.
Yeah, they were fully violent.
The suffragettes.
The suffragettes, yeah. They were.
So to say, they're not as lovely as the suffragettes were, is such hyperbolic nonsense. I don't know how she can get out of bed without shame.
Yeah. Just reading a script, though, isn't she? She's been told to say that by whomever. Very sad.
It's awful. It is absolutely awful.
I think they've arrested...
We are occupied.
About 3,000 kind of people just for peaceful protest over the last year or so, just under that Palestine Action banner. 3,000 like grannies, effectively. Like, what are they going to do? Send them all to jail? It doesn't make sense.
It's ridiculous. And then on the other hand, we've got super violence in the streets, haven't we?
Super violence? Oh, young Bob. Yeah. Young Bob took a shoe-in yesterday, didn't he? Do
you know what? He got off so lightly.
Yeah. He took a bit of a kicking. I saw the video. But yeah, he's fine.
I mean, it looked worse than his injuries would have you believe, is how I'd probably phrase it best.
He's an odd one.
He's claiming all sorts of shit, and now he's trying to monetize the shit out of it. He's a terrible human being.
He's fully indoctrinated like kid, and so he needs an intervention from some grown-ups.
I retweeted a film somebody put out before of Bob at not Hyde Park, Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park.
Speaker's Corner, yeah.
And he's obviously having a beef with some Muslim guy who was trying to preach. And in between them, there's this black fella who's a very devout Christian who is mediating like a badass. He was brilliant. And I actually retweeted it and I went, you couldn't pay £1 million for better advice than this man has given you.
Right.
And you can see Bob stood there going, throwing his eyes over and like being like Kevin the teenager.
Yeah.
Now, if he'd have heeded that man's advice when he gave it to him, that wouldn't have happened.
No.
It was always going to happen.
He's putting himself in harm's way for clicks. I mean, that's exactly what he's doing, you know. And he got a bit of a beating yesterday.
He's upsetting people and putting himself in harm's way.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And apparently he kicked it off by attacking black girl. Verbally or physically, I don't know which.
I did. Yeah, you sent that, didn't you, to me? I had
it didn't happen in a vacuum.
No, but his hold isn't.
So he got ragged, but I'm assuming by these girls' friends.
Yeah.
Who were all Londoners. And he's going around saying he's been attacked by, what was it, immigrants?
Foreign men.
Did he say?
Foreign men. Yeah. And
so you've just been a Nazi, aren't you, you little prick?
And he's repeatedly said that one of them was a trans man or woman, I can't remember which.
Lefty, yeah.
Yeah, trans lefty, that's it, you know.
Didn't he say that they were linked to stand up to racism or something?
Yeah, he said it was all stand up to racism folk, but...
Shut up.
He's just... Yeah. Someone put on Twitter, I saw this afternoon, like, aside from everything, him getting a bit of a kicking and whatever, he's just not very good at debating people. Like,
he's a dickhead.
He thinks he's this...
Tragic.
He thinks he's Charlie Kirk. That's what he's modelled himself on, Charlie Kirk, completely. And he's not, because I despise Charlie Kirk with every fibre of my being, but he could at least talk. He wasn't the brightest, but he could get his points across. Young Bob can't do that, and he's not got that skill. So
I saw Owen Jones interviewing him before he got his head stoved in.
Yeah.
And
Young Bob or Charlie Kirk?
Young Bob.
Oh, right.
And I honestly sat there and wondered why Owen's giving him the fucking breathing space. Like, why? He's just an imbecile.
Yeah, he is.
It's. Do you know what? His parents need speaking to by social services. He's very autistic and he's been taken advantage of by Nazis.
I believe from what I'm told, his parents have kind of like washed their hands of him.
Oh, really?
I think so.
God, that's hard.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it was Zombie actually said that to me on Twitter today when I'd written about it.
I understand Hugh Anthony's parents completely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, Bob just seems like a bit of a... He's a bit like that, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He just, whilst he's a terrible fash, he's just a bleh.
I don't think he's even that much of a fash. He's not like the Nazi Hugh Anthonys of the world and Steve Laws. He's just this kid who's desperate for attention, and he knows he can get attention by being on the right of politics. That's where the attention lies right now, and he knows he can make money off it. He shouldn't be. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's over 18
now. The
now.
sooner he goes away and just goes to college or something, the better.
Yeah, have some life experience and meet some real people. Then suddenly you'll realise, oh, actually, everyone is quite nice, really. But I've just remembered.
I heard that on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, your football thing. Yeah. That went well.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I mean, there was only a few hundred turned up. I wanted thousands. I wanted an emergency gridlock in St. Helens.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. But no, it was really well attended. Loads of donations came, got loads of clothes and football boots for the lads and lots for the food bank. And the weather came out and it was a really nice day.
Yeah.
We lost on penalties, but it was a nail biter. So you can't have it always, can you?
It's all right. Cool. Well, that's a nice thing to wrap up on, I'd say. A little positivity. Little positivity. That would be nice. Yeah. So
please do the like, share, subscribe thing, people. We really do appreciate your support.
Yeah.
Helps us keep going.
We really do. As I said at the beginning, come and see us and say hi on Saturday if you're at the National Rejoin March.
Awesome.
Come and wave at us and we'll try and come and chat to you. But
don't heckle me.
Yeah, don't heckle Sal whilst she's doing her speech. And look out for our little video because we've done a little promo which is going up on the big screens as well. So we've been very lucky to get Peter to allow us to do all this stuff.
He's been very good, bless him.
He's been awesome, hasn't he?
This is how we work, network.
Yes,
helping each other out.
You might be networking with Neil Kinnock on Saturday, you never know.
Sally, I've got some words to have with him. Woo! 30 years I've been sitting on that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm joking. Probably.
Right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for coming, watching, listening, everything. Check out our website, check out our Patreon, and we shall see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.